Toronto 2002. A lavish birthday in the Tony suburb of Rosedale is in full swing. The wine is flowing, the conversation fun and light. In walks Michael Mills with the boyish good looks of a young man and the dreams of a dreamer. Mike had plans that night, like he did every night. Plans to get weird, you know, drinking, maybe French a girl. The regular stuff. A mere 40 feet away stood Katie McLaughlin. Vivacious, exciting, the life of the party. Katie suggested a toast be made in a fashion never seen before. As per her request, autumn gourds were top-sliced and filled with a viscous liquor. It was imbibed by all and pronounced the hit of the season. Mike locked eyes with the quirky beauty who had just created the festive punch, and things would never be the same again. When we return, we'll pull back the glorious curtain of Katie and Michael's pasts in From Gourds to Greatness. Michael Edward Whitcraft Mills was born the day before Remembrance Day, in the middle of the 70s, the youngest of 3 boys. There's David, the rambunctious middle boy, and the eldest, Donnie, or just Don for short. That's right, he's named after the area near the Science Center. Mike was blonde, happy-go-lucky, and smart as a whip, not to mention a dual citizen. That's right, folks, Mike is half Yank, a gift bestowed upon him by his mother. Don't worry, she's a card-carrying Democrat. When he was a school-aged lad, Mike excelled by singing in the school musicals, playing trumpet, and looking like a girl. Summers were spent at camp and the cottage, and life was fun and light. McGill University called him for his undergraduate, and oh boy did he answer. He was the toast of the student ghetto, starting dance crazes, creating zany blender drinks,
some nutmeg here, please?
and engaging in heated student debates on hot-button topics like, where should we order the poutine from? And, no man, we should go to Frappe because they have free nachos. Upon graduating, Mike was blinded by the lights of glamour as an actor and producer in the semi-lucrative Canadian television industry.
Check it.
I am Euro.
Yeah! Woo! What up, fools? Let's do this thing! Fight out the weekend, yeah! Woo! Woo!
It was in this epoch of unrestrained creativity that Katie entered the picture. When we come back, we take a look at Katie's childhood. Katie was born into the rural environs of the farmhouse. Here's a young Katie just, well, hanging out, soaking up the farm life. But did she have the farmhand in her? The forensic evidence points to yes, she would prove useful. Indeed, little Katie liked to learn. She was especially curious about animals. As a little one, she was generally well-adjusted. She enjoyed birthday parties and playing in the sand. And despite a certain shyness, Katie liked to shine. Indeed, this moment of song was to prove a turning point.
Girls in white dresses, blue satin sashes, snowflakes that fall on my nose and eyelashes, brown paper packages tied up with string. These are a few of my favorite things. When the dog bites, when the bees sting, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad.
Later in life, Katie would become an avid, if not accomplished, karaoke singer.
We're gonna rock down to Electric Avenue.
Oh, look, here's Katie and her older brother Charles. Charles would prove an important influence on Katie. Featured here as a mad scientist, Charles was an intellectual force to be reckoned with. Katie took to school with verve, culminating in her becoming head girl as senior. Maintaining her popularity required a good deal of work, but it paid off. In high school and university, she loved her friends, and they loved her. They loved that an African tribe called Katie Ghost. They loved her environmental side, and the fact she wrote letters to grocery stores denouncing excessive use of saran wrap on garden peppers. The girls were particularly impressed when she gave up jealousy for Lent. When we return, we'll examine their future through the wonders of science.
Scientific studies prove that the children these two will have will be slightly to moderately perfect. The results of these tests are as follows. From the female genes: great compassion in worldwide humanitarian efforts. A desire to recycle in scorn for those who don't. An interest in worldwide development. An interest in earth sciences. Above average ultimate frisbee skills. A love of cheese, cheese platters, and preparing cheese boards. And from the male genes: the uncanny ability to grow a really heavy beard. Severe lapses in judgment between the hours of 11 p.m. and 4 a.m., usually resulting in physical injury. The ability to destroy anything, including a family basement, numerous times. That's it. More advanced tests show that the children will look something like this. Or this. Or this. Moving on.
What's next for these two? Will they start an international karaoke league? Will they become the next Jack Layton and Olivia Chow? Or will they merge careers by working together on a documentary? One thing is for sure. It's that Mike and Katie have gone from gourds to greatness. And their future looks pretty good.